So if I would give a question, Diaz, right? So what are the key and I will limit it to 2 questions, right? The first one is, what are the key takeaways from all of the participants that we heard today, right? And Berta, apologies, but I will start with you, right? So what are the key takeaways for you?
Well, I was happy to hear that everyone really talked about how the people that are going to deliver the results, the strategy, whatever, to actually the people who are at the company are important to invest in, to include, to engage. And I thought everyone talked about that in different ways. So for me, who is passionate about the conversations and about connections between people, and really believe that that is bottom line for us to thrive and be happy, but also to perform and collaborate and achieve together. I was really happy to hear that. And I love that many of you guys had other concrete activities as examples of how we can do that. So yeah, that's one key takeaway for me. And you know, you listen for what you really want, right? So to confirm what you believe.
Yeah, thank you very much. Jesper.
Yeah, I will not take so much time this time, because I completely agree with Berta. I think it was very positive experience for me to hear these very different focuses on the people, and that suits very well and very much in line with my own viewpoint on the importance of the work environment, because that also encompasses people perspective. So I was very encouraged by all these presentations. So thank you very much to all of you.
Vaida?
Thank you everyone for sharing your presentations. And my also main takeaway is from maybe Berta's side about raising the questions and use these 3 words, tell me more, and ask these three words and for our employees. And great example which Giedrius shared, yeah, from stakeholders, from the vision, how to make it happen with all the employees together, and make some tips and tricks with the cars, with the bicycles, and some key things that everybody want to be engaged to achieve things together.
Thank you, Vaida. Paulo.
Yeah, so also thanks to everybody for the interesting presentations, and I will take the thing from Berta's presentation about the importance of the bonding of the teams, of the this social collaboration between the team members, that it's even more important than the individual abilities of the team members. And on the other hand, it's really nice to see that the companies are thinking about the sustainability. Sustainability means even different things to different companies, but it's important to set the goals. And Giedrius was mentioning also a couple of times in his presentation, walk the talk is really important. It's not only posters on the walls, but the actions and practical actions.
Perfect. Giedrius, you were mentioned, you know, for quite some time. What is the key takeaway for you?
Yeah. So, you know, Ali G in the house, if you've seen that movie, you know, he will say like, keep it real, right? But, you know, in reality, I think, you know, for me, when I listen to all the people, like, you know, you need to understand your business, you know, how business can flourish because of that, right? You need to love your people, understand the importance of their satisfaction and well-being, right? And then probably you need to help societies to become better, because business brings also a massive energy for the people, and especially for the new generation which are coming now to a labor market. They look for the reason why the companies exist beyond the core business.
Thank you. Now, the second question is a little bit more tricky. I looked through the participants list of today's conference, right? I've seen mayors, I've seen the ministers of the Republic of Lithuania, I've seen the researchers, academics, NGOs, right? So if you would pick one stakeholder and would say that, guys, you know, whether this is an incentive, whether this is another idea, what would be their recommendation to them, to the selected stakeholder, that would help us be better, move faster, and really be more sustainable? I don't want to, put it on Berta's shoulder here again. So anyone, any ideas? I will not pinpoint you guys there. So if you have an idea, just shoot it out.
So if I understand, I can't keep silence, so I'm not good with silence. But if I understand your question, are you asking us one good advice to start with first? Is that
yeah, so I think that this is fine, right? I think that, what I hear and what I see is a lot of individual examples of how businesses take and do something, right? So can we bring businesses together? Can we involve somehow the NGOs into this more sustainability aspect? Is there something that the government could do more to help business, to help the society to go faster with the sustainability topic?
So maybe I can comment quickly. I think the government in general, they're doing some regulation activities regarding the norms and guidelines, etc. But to be practical, as Rimi was showing, as Danske was showing, I would suggest for the government and their organizations also to set their own goals of sustainability, especially towards the people who are working for the government, and walk the talk, do the actions.
Cool.
I would also want to add to the Paulo thought. I'm also thinking not only set the KPIs and not only set the targets, but maybe start from the beginning, include business more. And set these targets and KPIs together, and then to think it is relevant for us and we could achieve this or not. And then also not to forget to be the role model for the all institutions. So how to be a good example for the business that could also track and follow them, and then, celebrate together the success.
Perfect. Giedriau.
I would say to politicians, keep in mind the new electorate is coming. If you want to still stay in the business you want to stay, keep in mind this is really important. And look into this and walk the talk and keep it real. Especially politicians, they should be judged not what we are talking, but what we are doing. And if I'm looking into that, electorate becomes smarter and smarter. So if we talk about the partnership agreement, which is the first small step to make employees' life easier and to allow the people to be who they are, why don't you think about that? Why are you stopping it in the parliament? If you talk about we help the businesses to flourish in our city, so we are paying like hell amount of the taxes. One employee in the centers like ours is paying 6 times more than average citizen in Vilnius. This is my calculations as a contribution to the city budget. So don't, walk the talk. Help they make their lives easier. Give them a little bit back, and we don't ask much.
Yeah, perfect, perfect. Berta, Jesper, any ideas from your side?
I think it's difficult for me to come with good advices to other than if there are any research colleagues listening, then I think they can agree with me that I think more knowledge are needed also about sustainability in the businesses. So, yeah.
Yes, but this is what I wanted to say. Yeah. If you would decide to include businesses in your surveys, I think that you have a wonderful platform to start with, right?
Yeah, that's great. Thank you very much.
Berta.
I think if I should add something to what the others have said, I think we need also to include the schools and the kids in schools and start this very early and teach our children the skills that are important to create this future together and to create a sustainable future. So we need to let our kids not only know about this, but practice the skills needed to do the work when they come into our companies, and they are going to change it. So that's my addition to this discussion. Yeah. Thank you.
So, dear participants of this summit, I'm looking at the watch. This is 1200 there specifically, right? So I think that, you know, I will really, from the bottom of my heart and on behalf of the organizers, the Nordic embassies, which I think are the true ambassadors, not only of their countries, but of the sustainability topics for years, to the Nordic chambers, to the Sustainable Business Association of the Lithuania, to the Nordic Council of Ministers, and to all who contributed to this happening for the 8th year in a row. I thank you all for being here and sharing your great ideas. And I hope to see you live for the 9th summit next year in Vilnius. So thank you very much and see you next year.